Hi everyone and welcome back to Project Peace here in Satisfactory 1.2. As you see, we've gathered everything we need for Phase 2 and there we go. Awesome. So with Phase 2 finished, right, as you can see in the presentation there, we are going to unlock plastic and rubber production and we are going to unlock trains. Very cool stuff in tiers 5 and 6 are waiting for us, right? So we have a decent amount of stuff to do today, with the motor factory being just a thing to get that is very nice, right? I definitely want to have motors on the ready once we unlock our refineries and stuff, right? We are going to need them quite a bit. So our first goal of today is finish phase 2. We just did that, right? Now, in between episodes, I was just exploring. I got a decent amount of hard drives, and I found a decent amount of enemies as well. So we have a lot of tickets that we can spend. Well, I say a lot, it's 56, which is good. And we also want more alternate recipes. There's a couple of them that I really would like to get right now, and some of them are not that pressing issues, but will help us in the long term as well. And then I want to decide, right, do I want to push towards trains quite quickly, because I did find quite a decent amount of computers, so we might have enough to do the researches really quickly, right? So yeah, if we can't do it in a timely manner, then I think it might be time to think about laying down some roads. But yeah, I would like to get the resources, right, from the Phase 2 factory, as you can see, over here as well, right? And I definitely need to touch up everything. I have not finished the building at all, right? So, let's jump into our hard drive library. There is something in here that I absolutely do want to get, and that's the alternate for the encased industrial beams. This one, instead of using beams, you can use iron pipes. Steel pipes, which we do have the iron pipe recipe, right? So we no longer need steel to produce the industrial beams. That is an amazing recipe and will definitely help us in other factories as well. Then we do have the steamed copper sheets. These can be very useful. The steel screws can be useful if you want to go down that road. And then the steeled frame, I think, is a very good one, actually, because reinforced iron plates and then obviously steel pipes, where we do have the old recipe, right? So I think I'm going to take that. That's a good one, in my opinion. And then we are just going to rescan this one. Hey, okay. The steel cast plates are back on the menu, and then quick-fire stator. Not sure about that one. So, let's quickly check the motor recipe, if I remember correctly. Yes, it's stators and rotors, right? So, for the rotor, we need steel rotor. Okay, that's the one we want. I think we have that for the stator, right? No, it's just a regular stator recipe. Okay, so steel rotor is the recipe that we want to get. It's not in here. And we don't have any rescans. What we do have, though, is a couple more tries. Yeah, look, we have 5 hard drives. So let's leave those scanning in the background and turn our attention to the awesome shop. Now, we are soon going to unlock Mark II pipes, right? So I want to save a couple of these things, but that's okay, right? That's absolutely fine. And so, is there anything we really need right now? I don't believe so, but no, I don't think so. So let's just grab everything in here, right? That is 15, that's fine. Let's check architecture for a little bit. Maybe some decorative pieces with the vent bundle. And maybe the roof corners and the frame pillar set. We can get everything, I think. Cool. And should we? Yeah, we should just finish off the walls, right? That is fine by me. 43, so we can get these patterns. Yep. And then we still have 2 points left, which I think is pretty neat. Alright, I mean, we have unlocked so many things now, right? We're basically set up with building... yeah, with all the building pieces, right, that we ever could think of. So I think Awesome Shop has done a very good job. So let's double check tier 5 and tier 6, right? So for tier 6, where the 250 motors, I don't think I can speedrun this. I don't have that many motors that I found, right? So okay, that's out of the question then. I would say we take it slow and go for tractors, right? Okay, so this decision has been made. Which means... highways. Highways it is. So we definitely should probably make a blueprint for that. And look, the jetpack. Now, how many motors do I have left? I was exploring. Only 30. Okay. And we need them for all of this as well, right? Yeah. That's okay, though. I think one thing that we can unlock is actually Logistics Mark IV. And that is extremely useful as well. Only question is, how much rubber did I find? Enough. Ooh, okay. That is amazing. That is absolutely amazing. Okay, let's grab more encased industrial beams and then more modular frames. There we go. And let's get these unlocked. Ah, that's amazing, guys. That really takes away a lot of pressure for our awesome things. I was quite worried that we might not have enough build speed, especially if we want to bring in more resources, right? It would have get really close really quickly. And yeah, I mean, all we need is the encased industrial beams for this. But I think our overflow lines should now all be upgraded to Mark IV. Like so. Same goes for this lift. And yeah, that is... oh, that's so good. That's so good. We might do the same thing for our input lines at some point. Yeah. Okay. Oh, wow. That actually takes like a pretty big stressing point out of my mind, right? Yeah, that just guarantees now that I'm fine with the setup I'm running, which is very good. Okay. Alrighty, guys. This took me a while. I struggled back at base especially, and we will talk about that in a little bit, but for now, as you can see, the first highway has been built, and yeah, using the blueprint without the vehicle paths actually worked. When I did it and tried it with autoconnect and the paths, it didn't. I don't know why exactly it failed. It just failed, and it was kind of difficult, right, to work around that. So I decided, hey, you know what? It's fine. We're just not gonna worry about it, right? So, what we should worry about, though, is our lovely outputs here. So, let's rearrange all of this, send it down to where we actually want to send this. And that means we can finally get rid of that awesome thing, which is a thorn in my side for the longest time now. Yeah, I don't know how I should put it. It just annoyed me. Okay, so let's send everything to a merger that hits maybe... oh, it's difficult to say. Right there, why not? So, yeah, this doesn't line up, but it's fine. This can come over as well. It's not the prettiest thing in the world, which is also fine. We don't worry about that too much. And I have prepared the storage back at base already. But yeah, now you can see we get our versatile frameworks, smart platings, and automated wiring on one single belt. And that one just goes all the way back down to our logistics. Which makes a lot of sense, right? There we go. And here I had to add in a line that provides us the fuel, right? So I've installed a little door and a little catwalk stairway. And yeah, this miner is just set to 60 per minute at the moment, which is still way too much, I think. We have to check that though. So I'd rather provide a little bit too much in the beginning and then rearrange it, right? As for the main floor here where everything gets picked up, well, I guess this is no longer just smelting. This is smelting and export, right? There we go. I've installed 2 roll-up doors just to test it out, and you can actually pass through this. Now, if I'm correct, right, this should enable the tractors to just drive into here, so we need to find out if that's actually the case. You can see we are getting the fuel into here, and this is loading. Yeah, it's the phase 2 factory. Perfect. Okay. So let's plop down our tractor. First one. You kindly arrange yourself, thank you. Right, so I do have a little bit of coal on me, which is cool. Vehicle path. It only shows base 1 and base 2. Why isn't it showing the phase 2? That is worrisome. What? There we go. That should complete the loop, right? Now it shows up. I don't understand at all. I really don't. Okay. So, alright, let's enable autopilot. I really don't understand why it suddenly worked. That is so weird. And let's try out the roll-up gates again. And let's see if this tractor does what it should do. Loads up on the goods. So far so perfect. Now, yeah, the roll-up gates definitely work with vehicles. Ah, yeah. Wow, that never happened before. I just stepped into the factory while still building it, right? And these smelters just somehow didn't have a power connection hooked up to them. But I don't know why. That is so bizarre, right? Yeah, I really don't know what happened there. Hopefully it will sort itself out very soon. But yeah, the motor factory is actually almost done. I'm not quite finished yet with the exteriors, and at least the front is pretty much done. I added in these basic walls. I really need to think about what I want to do with those, right? So, yeah, while the sun is going up, right? Let's go through this. We have the miners at the back here. We have one iron miner set to 240 per minute. The other one is set to 160, and then our copper is set to 140, right? And then we just underclock the machines how we need them. You can clearly see this in the Satisfactory modeler file that is available on the Discord, right? So keep an eye out for that if you would like. And then we just have the 3 smelting batteries, right? And that's pretty much all we need for the moment, right, on this floor. So I think I even labeled the outputs at some point. I stopped though, because it's not as complex as we had to do it in the Phase 2 factory, right? I guess a little bit more complex. It will get a little bit more complex here on the next floor, processing 1, because I decided, hey, you know what? This is why I wanted to split the iron ingots, right? I wanted one to have 60 per minute, one line, and one line to have 40 per minute. And that just made it easier, right? For the wire, we have 2 different output lines as well. We have 120 and 160, if I remember correctly, on the other side. Yep. And yeah, it's just a manifold, right? And then we merge some stuff over, adjust some clock speeds to get our 160 line and our 120 line. Nothing too major, right? There we go. We can go to processing 2. Now, this floor gave me a little bit of a headache in the beginning, and then I remembered, hey, you know what? We do have the blueprints, right? For 2 load-balanced assemblers, right? So I just put 2 blueprints right next to one another and added in splitters in the back of the manifolds. And there we go. We have a 4 assembly line load balanced, right? I just had to adjust the outputs a little bit. So we have 4 of those producing stators and 4 of those producing rotors with the steel rotor alternate recipe, right? And that is what allows us to actually get this done. And yeah, so 20 of both of those head up to the floor up above. And as you can see, I just really need to come back with some silica and finish up the glass windows, right? It's okay. I just realized that while building, I made a mistake. I don't know how. I think I placed this glass floor wrong, so it's a bit annoying, I'm not gonna lie. I just don't know if I want to go back and fix it right now. So up here we then have another one of these blueprints, right? Load balancing 2 of those. Nice assemblers with the regular motor recipe, and that allows us to produce 10 motors per minute, which then go up into a depot and also look cool. So with all of this done, we will be able to just grab these 50, right? Take them with us back to base, and we can unlock the Jetpack, which is going to help traversing a lot, right? So let's grab a quick external view. I definitely need to figure out stuff. As for how you want to walk in, right? It's just temporary right now. Not sure. But yeah, just picture the... Oh, we have a lot of, like, sea fighting and stuff happening. I need to fix those things. That's okay, though, right? And yeah, just added in the basic walls with the conveyor wall holes, right, all around. And that way we are able to provide the resources to each floor as we wanted to. Awesome. All right. So yeah, because the one of these lines was cut off for some bizarre reason, right? We had no power, everything just slowed down and needs to warm up again, which is a-okay. That is absolutely fine. And yeah, I did mention this, right? I want to store them locally. I don't have the need to bring those over to base just yet. I will definitely need them in the future, don't get me wrong. However, there we go, let's go motors. 10 per minute, perfect. Right, we definitely need to bring them over. However, I was thinking if we do a highway as well, right? A tractor or a truck at some point, we could merge it up with our steel products, and I might add more things to the steel products factory because we could redo this thing, right? We can save on a lot of resources actually, because we do have the solid state, the solid steel, solid steel ingot recipe, right? So yeah. I will finish the building in between episodes, though. I don't think it makes much time to... Yeah, it's just adding in windows, right? That's pretty much it. However, let's go back to base really quickly. Oh, look, we have 18 coupons as well. Awesome. Alright. I didn't even think about that. That is a coincidence. However, let's see if there is anything that we would like to grab, actually. Ah, that's cool. I like it. Oh, really didn't plan on this. Let's grab the billboard set. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all that I do care about now. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Awesome. We are going to need crystal oscillators to build those, but that's fine, right? So, I just really wanted to unlock the jetpack today. We are not going to be able to use it, I think, effectively, but that's fine. However, we are able to craft one, and that is very, very good. Good news. Now, I would like to use a different fuel than solid biofuel, right? Because that is just not a good fuel to use. But for the moment, right, I just put this into our dimensional depot. For the moment, we are not able to produce a fuel that would be good for this. However, once we get oil processing unlocked, right, where we get the refineries and access to plastic and rubber, we will be able to go into fluid packaging, which then unlocks liquid biofuel for us. And I think that is a goal for next episode. I think just tier 5 maybe is what we want to do, and then we can think about the tier 6 later on. Maybe finishing up tier 5 though is a reasonable goal. I definitely want to set up some plastic and rubber and circuit boards production lines, right? And then if you can get some fuel in, that would be amazing, right? So yeah, we know what we want to do next time. Definitely want the slots, right? The fuel for the jetpack to be a good one, right? That is very important, because with the solid biofuel, you just don't get very far, and you can't hover for long, right? So awesome. Let's quickly run through all of these things just to see. We could at some point think about the power augmenter, actually. That needs computers, and so we will wait a little bit for that. That's fine. High-speed connectors will come in. Yeah, that's also something we can soon take a look at. And then power switches. Actually, this might be something that I am willing to grab, not gonna lie. Yeah, let's get those. I think you get... Do you get both of them? No, just a regular power switch. Okay, that's fine. There is the other one where I don't remember where you get that, actually. Is it? Maybe it's over here. Yeah, the programmable power switch, which is a very good one. Okay. There it is. I think we will wait with unlocking crystal oscillators. And then with plastic we will be able to go into smokeless powder. That is actually quite exciting, because that will open up the route to the rifle, right? Cool, so there's a lot of things that would be quite amazing. But yeah, I guess, just as I said, focusing on the tier 5 milestone next time around will be very, very decent for us. And as for other things, I am pretty excited how this has worked out. Like, I struggled with this quite a bit, right? And it takes away so much space, and I was not able to build this in a better way. But still, I am quite happy. I might actually need to do the O1 over one foundation. Okay, let's do that really before we forget, right? So the O is here, the 2 is here, and then we get the pattern removal for this one. There we go. This needs to be a 1 though. Whoopsie. There we go. Oh. And here a tractor. But it's all the way back here. But yeah, I mean, getting this large highway portion set up, it wasn't actually that bad, right? With the blueprint, you just load up your inventory with concrete and then you click away. But yeah, I definitely am looking forward to adding in the station 01 into the circuit here, and we might just, you know what, we might use it to branch off to the left here and grab the quick wire. If I don't, yeah, maybe also we could just grab the, whatchamacallit, the Caterium itself, right? And I mean, we do still have some copper around us, so yeah. But yeah, the storage units, I think this is cool, labeling them, right? So you know which station you want to hook up into, and then we can also add in probably one more of those. Yeah, one more of those would actually be possible. We extend this platform just a tad bit, and then we can have a branching path to this side as well, where we can add in more stations. Alright, so that's pretty cool. Now, from a distance, I really love this. You can clearly see the white concrete buildings, and I don't know, it looks cool, and the highway definitely helps, right? Now, I probably will do some power tower shenanigans throughout my time until the next episode, right? Just because this looks atrocious now. And I definitely need to rethink the steel production as well. And yeah, I mean, we have some oil over yonder, and that's amazing. Also, I really wanted to mention, right, I was exploring quite a bit. As you can see here, I went in a loop around, and I found a couple of cool things, right? And yeah, there is still much of the map to explore, which is cool. But yeah, that concludes today's episode. Thank you so much for watching, everyone, and as always, take care. Bye.